Hello everyone, and welcome back to the second installment of Railfan Recap. In today's video, we will be revisiting the Providence line, as well as, for the first time in this series, going north of Boston to the Fitchburg line. Our first stop is back at Mansfield along the Providence line. If you can remember, earlier this year I went there to go and film in the only good snowfall we got here in Massachusetts, which was very fun, and I got to experiment with some different shots there, and it was very nice, and now I'm back to go and film in some more warmer weather. I'm sorry, what? So what you just heard was the announcement that there was a train approaching. And it clearly is not for the MBTA train because it's already stopped at the platform. Which could only mean one thing, that there is another train. And that other train just so happens to be the Amtrak Northeast Regional bearing down at me at 124 miles per hour.
Train approaching. Please remain behind yellow line.
I'm gonna move. There we go. Here we go.
Train approaching.
At this point, I am just now realizing what I am facing.
I'm scared.
Train approaching. Please remain behind yellow line.
And for those of you that are thinking that I am overreacting and being a foamer and whatnot, this train was about 1.5 feet away from me while traveling past me at 124 miles per hour. I was clinging onto my tripod for dear life, praying to whatever God there is that I do not get blown away or sucked into the train.
Jesus.
behind yellow line. Train approaching. Please remain behind yellow line. Train approaching. Train approaching. Please remain behind yellow line. Train approaching. Train approaching. Please remain behind yellow line.
And so that was it for the day. Or was it? Yeah, I would later decide that I did not get as much footage as I truly wanted, so we decided to go back at like 6:30 to go and film again in the sunset. And unfortunately, we missed the first train, which was unfortunate, as that would be the prettiest, but oh well. And so, fast forward about a week later, and I'm once again deciding on where I want to go next. And so I decided to switch things up a little bit and decided to go to the Fitchburg line. Yes, that Fitchburg line, but we'll get to that later. Our first stop was at Shirley, and man, do I love Shirley. Shirley is an amazing place. Please, if you ever go to the Fitchburg line, for the love of God, do not go to Air and instead go to Shirley. Shirley is so much better. Please just go to Shirley. So anyway, fast forward to like maybe an hour after this MBTA train is gone, and I am just sitting waiting for the next train. There's about like an hour and a half gap in the schedule, so I still got about half an hour, and then the crossing arms go down, and I'm immediately like, what? There's not going to be another train for like another 30 minutes. What is this? And then I remembered that the Fitchburg line is not only a MBTA passenger line, but it is also a NS, CSX, and Pan Am freight line. And to my surprise, it was a Norfolk Southern intermodal train. And man, was this amazing. Next, we are off to air. Yes, the air. That's air. The air to end all airs. I don't know what that was. That was kind of weird. Anyways, in typical me fashion, I miss another good train and another good shot. This was a Pan Am -9, I think it was, that was heading out of the yard with a single grain car. I'm going to try my best to not sound like a foamer, but actually, you know what? No, screw it. I'm going to sound like a foamer. I'm going to sound like a foamer. This is the air portion of the video. I can sound like a foamer. Basically, old cab car, very cool. This is the first time I've ever caught a OG cab car, as some people will call them. I believe these were the CT-2s. I don't know. I'm not that big of an MBTA foamer. Anyway, I'm going to completely ignore what just happened, and we are going to go on to the next and my least favorite section of this video, the chase of the auto rack. Now, let me give some context, because obviously, I can't just start with this. Basically, we were pulling up to a crossing that we wanted to film at. We had about another hour and a half gap in the schedule, which meant another freight train. So we were looking for crossings, and we were approaching one that looked pretty nice. And we actually ended up filming there for the last shot, which was very nice. You'll see that in a second. And basically, the train just blew right past us as we were pulling up to the crossing. So we whipped the car around and gave chase. And as we were pulling onto the main road, someone in a gray Toyota pulled out in front of us. We gave them the right of way, obviously, because we had the stop sign. And they slowed us down. We were not able to catch up to the head end of the train. We got so close. We were maybe like 5 cars away from the head end. And when I say this head end was stacked, this head end was stacked. It had 5 units. I believe all were either leasers, definitely patched. And it was so good. One of them was an ex-BNSF SD60 that I really wanted to see because that would be so cool. But no, because this woman had to drive so slow that we could not get to the head end, and we couldn't drive around her because we had a double yellow and we were not passing her with a Dodge Challenger in the shoulder. The shoulder was made of gravel. I don't know if you guys know anything about passing people on a gravel shoulder with a Dodge Challenger, but it probably won't be very fun. So we made the wise decision to stay back. And for those of you that are saying, "Oh, you're being a foamer about this. You're making, you want everyone to drive faster than everyone so that they can catch up with the train." And no, everyone in front of her was doing the speed limit, and they were like a whole mile and a half away from her. She was just driving slower than everyone and holding us back. Not on purpose, obviously. I'm pretty sure they had a handicap sticker, so I'm not going to try and attack this person, but I'm just saying this was a very, very, very bad stroke of misfortune for us, because this would have been such a cool shot if we ended up getting it. But oh well, just enjoy this sad footage. Eventually, we just decided to give up and reluctantly returned to the crossing. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did enjoy making it. I really like this line. I hope to go out here again and go and film some more, maybe with a few friends, maybe go back to air and have some shenanigans there. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.